Hello lads and ladettes, welcome to Golden Stone, the JoJo's inspired gacha game where you summon iconic characters, build insane teams, and unleash bizarre battles. Today, we are doing a new stand tier list. So let's talk about it. Stands in this game, of course, if you don't know, are very, very cool. They activate at the start of every turn, basically, every 4 turns. So the first one goes off, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it resets again. And we're going to go to the tier list here. So I've just updated this. We are in the Discord. So if you want any of these informations, we try to keep them up to date as best we can. Sometimes I wait just to see if there's anything new releases. But now there's 4 Oracle stands. I think Oracle stands is what we've coined them, which can be empowered if you don't know. So we're just going to be talking about where they sort of place in the tier list. Now I want to say, these tier lists, a lot of people say different things, want to do different things. This has been a decision that the Harmon coaches and I gather all the information I can, and that we make. So it's based on their personal experiences. None of these characters, in the game, there's no character that is absolutely awful. There are some that are worse than others, don't get me wrong. And so, look, can you make things work? 100%. We usually go off the best and max. I know some people ask should there be stepping stone characters and stuff like that, or stands? Yes, I think that there should be, and there is. But that's what the tier list, I feel like the tier list shows that, is that if it's a character that's in B tier, then you know you can use that for a while. But compared to the other characters, like, there are some characters that are okay, and then there are some that are absolutely insane, like Kira, like Rohan, that even at like 5 stars, maybe not for them, but even at low stars, they're going to be beating 13-star characters, and that is a major gap. So I just want to put that info first, that yes, you can still use these stands, and a lot of these stands, like stands in B and A tier, are going to be good. S tier is just the best of the best, and there's 4 you need to be running, so a lot of them are like, you should be using the top 4S, and then you can be supplementing and stuff like that, you know. So let's go into the tier list. Let's start off with, of course, D tier. These are going to be your first purple stands. Look, they're all okay. Like, you know, anything helps, right? If you have these guys, use them, unlock them, upgrade them more so you can use more stands. Or when you upgrade your stand level. Pearl Jam is going to be the worst one. Healing isn't that good. The healing of the stand isn't that good, and the trickle's okay. But, like, at low levels, you're not doing that much healing. At higher levels, it's still okay, but it's just not that much healing. So it's just one of those things that it's like, okay, you get some healing, and it's just the base form, basically, a fighter admin, right? So Pearl Jam's okay, healing's alright. You're not going to see basically anything for it. Next is Heartfather. He just increases your crit chance, which is good, which is okay. At low level, doesn't do anything for you, like a 20% chance to crit, and crit doesn't really do as much damage. Like, you're going to get a benefit, yes, don't get me wrong, but it's not something like you can really make it consistent. And at higher end levels, you know, this could basically make it like nearly 100% crit, which is good, but you sort of rather the damage and the abilities that other stands do, instead of like a stand comes in, does damage, does, you know, rage block and stuff like that, like some of the other stands do. You know, it's a little bit more impactful because you already have such a high crit chance. Like, you know, I think mine's at like 60% crit chance. I could be wrong, but it's that high, or I can get it higher than that, easy. And so it's one of those ones that I don't really need the extra 20. Like, do I need to make it? Do I want to waste resources in like doing more damage and more breaking up their synergies and stuff like that? At that level, at high level that I am, yes. Yo-Yo Ma, what with the defense reduction? I don't know. It's okay. I'm going to speed through these ones because they're just like, meh. It does some damage. I think it's like reduces their attack or something like that, which is at low level just doesn't do anything for you, really. It can. Don't get me wrong, it can. I don't want you to mix my words here. Later on, it just falls off. Maybe I should just say it falls off. Sprint is actually the best purple one. Really like Sprint. Just absolutely goes ham in the beginning. I think it's really, really good, and you'll hold on to Sprint for a while before you replace it with like Highway Go-Go, depending on what your other stands you have. He just does, and he goes to like the lowest attack lowest HP character and just numbs on them. So he just does good damage, and he can do good damage. Planet Wave, I forget, it does heat. I forget it does other things. It's not bad. It's the lowest orange one, just because it's like a step up from Yo-Yo Ma. It's a step up from Sprint, where if we move on to Dark Blue Moon with the damage reduction, that is a bit better for you. Makes your team survive longer. He does meh damage, but your team's going to be surviving longer. If that's the C tier range, so that's like, you know, if I say crap, that's bad. If I just say like common, like commonly used in the beginning, we can say. These are probably the first ones you're going to get. You can use them. Please use them. You can upgrade them. You're going to need to upgrade them anyway to get more power, more upgrades. So, next one. This is where we want to see, like, this is where the good stuff is happening. This is where, you know, you're getting sort of the good stands before we get to the amazing stands. Highway Star is good because it also heals and it does the same thing as Sprint. So it's just a better Sprint. Yeah, you're going to run this a lot. It's the second best orange stand. And this will probably be, besides Death 13, the longest on your team before you switch it out. Just because the healing's, like, the survivability is always nice, and he does really good percentage damage to lowest HP target. So it just really follows up the attack, which is nice. As I sip from a white monster. Lemongrass can do really big damage, and it also, like, knocks a debuff off, which is good. It's just like, I don't know, you somehow get more damage because it's just a flat damage and not like a percentage damage, like, for example, Heaven's Door. It doesn't do as much as you're hoping. It's still going to do good damage, but I find it just never does crazy. Like, Heaven's Door just absolutely, like, hits like a truck. Where this feels like an air bubble. Feels like you're hitting the team with a bubble. So it's still going to be doing a lot more. It does like double the damage of any of the characters in the C and D tier. And of course, blowing off the extra pause. Getting rid of debuffs is nice, but it's just a lot of the debuffs it can put off. It's okay. It's okay. There's a lot of other effects you want to go first. High Priestess is in B tier, an extra stand on the board. Look, this one could be higher. It could be an A tier, but it's sort of with all the other. It's now gone to, you only have 4 slots. So you got to think of what 4 slots do you want? And it's out of all of these ones, it's like, if you have Craftworks, do you want to use this? Do you want to use... like, Crimson Chili would be on the... it's one of those ones that's really tough, can be situational, and of course, if it procs as well. So High Priestess goes off. It does the speed one where you can go faster because it slows down the targets, which is nice. Look, it's a good body. It's really good in the beginning. Like, that's why it's top of B. Before you start getting the amazing ones, you definitely want to have this one just because it increases the survivability. Especially if you get like a Rohan and stuff like that, it's extra health on the board. It's the enemy is attacking it, which is, you know, saving up so, you know, your life, your sustainability basically. It's a nice stand. Death 13, as we move up to amazing, is going to be the longest on your team. He does disease. He applies disease, which is common debuff with a lot of characters these days. He does okay damage, but he also increases your attack by 15%. I think that's the highest it goes to. Increasing your attack, I'm in. You're in, right? Absolutely amazing. Now, I'm not getting to the exact data of this, sorry. But he just does really, really good damage. It does really, that damage boost just really helps out in the long run. Especially after like a lurker with a chase, and then you have Death 13 to follow up. Gives you more damage. Whew! Mighty strong. Crimson Chili is nice. It's a good stand. Crimson Chili. I actually really needed to look at the effects here, just because we're getting into stuff that I need to speak out on. Does okay damage, but the big one is it going to show me? Is it going to show me what the effects does? No, it won't. That's okay. Crimson Chili, electrical tangle basically just debuffs the enemy, so it makes it so their attack they don't do as much attack and they take a bit more damage. Always nice, always handy. Very simple stand, but those effects can add up into a match. Then we have the Fighter Admin. Fighter Admin is an alright one as we switch between the things here. Fighter Admin. The grants HP is always going to be nice, especially if you have a Toth and stuff like that. On the bottom two, cannot be dispelled if the grants healing and FF. I wish it showed me. Why doesn't it show it anymore? Interesting. Anyway, Ghost Guardian, so it makes it so they don't take as much damage, and also Ghost Heal, healing up your lowest allies, which is always nice, and FF Bounce, which I wish I could see it right now and explain to you, but I can't. But that's okay. Always going to be good. It's like the Book of Toth for Hallows and stuff like that. More healing, making sure so you survive longer is going to be great. The Hand is the final one of A tier. The Hand, this one is the newest one, so we're still playing around with it. But basically, the Erasure, doing more damage to them, having a shield, and then also reducing their attack while also banning or no rage skill for a round is awesome. And also with the empowerment of Chili as well. Empowering is just always going to be good because the higher you are, it makes it so the effect goes better. And so, for example, my one here has a probability of 60% chance to go off. When it goes to 70, it's always going to be that extra benefit of getting 2 stands in one, so why wouldn't you want to use it? Unless you're at a low level and you want the proc, which we'll talk about for a Lurker in a second. But the Hand is, I think it's really, really good. Other people might say it's a little bit less, but having that rage, having that ban, having that no skill, no rage skill is just top notch. Now, if we go to S tier, these are the ones you're gonna want to run. Heaven's Door is always just hit like a truck. If we go into it, he just launches 6 attacks and with a 30% chance to stun. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's a bug or not. It just hits like a freaking truck. Well, it's hit like a truck because it's doing more damage than Lemongrass. That's probably why. Launches 6 attacks at 263. Where if we go to Lemongrass attack. Lemongrass, how much is its total? Yeah, it's doing just a lot more, and it does final damage. It just doesn't feel like it. I don't know if it's because it hits everyone, where this one only hits. No, it hits everyone as well. No, look, beats me. But of course, chance to stun or freeze a target is also fantastic. Heaven's Door, yeah, hits like a truck. If you're ever in Dio's Manor and you get high enough and you go, where has my team gone? And you have no survivability, it's literally because of Heaven's Door. Absolutely crazy. He's a stand that can, after a couple of rounds and some people are low, like after some good rage skills, he can just follow up, just because of the amount of damage he does in stun, just follow up and just take out like a character, which is super nice. Lurker, Lurker, the best stand, was the best stand in the game, still absolutely amazing. Increasing damage and attack and speed and accuracy for 2 rounds while doing extra at the end damage is amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. Blessing a stand and it cannot be dispelled. It is so good. 20% like increases possessed heroes have an increase of 20% attack and damage. Damage is increased to 400. It's just all heroes in the same row as possessed hero game. It's so good, guys. It is so good. What can I say? It's basically It's basically Death 13 but better. And so what? You're gonna say no to that? Free damage follow up. Oh, it's awesome. Bit general there, but you get what I'm getting at. Black Sabbath This is a great stand. This is the first one. Plus Rage is always awesome. He does a crap ton of damage, may I add. But then, inflicting Revive Plan, increasing damage as well, and then also siphoning the target's attack. Oh. Removed/return if target dies, yeah. Once again, just another Death 13 on the team, and having the empowerment of Lemongrass is okay, but this just can do huge damage when it pops off. But the Rage is also nice. It's sort of like a little bit worse, not worse, a little bit different to Lurker, but having the extra stand in there and having a couple other abilities just make it really, really good. Soft and Wet. Okay, this is not in order as well, by the way. I don't think Craftwork is the best stand, but Soft and Wet is basically my favorite stand. Or Soft and Wet, sorry. Soft Machine can do good damage. Chance to apply Disrupt is nice. Chance to turn Rage Skill into a basic attack, but he has the Lurker Empowerment. Like I said, Double Up is always fantastic. Lurker Empowerment is going to be great. He also removes shields. Yeah, he also removes shields from targets, which is good, and can, or is that mainly it? Target with the speed reduction, damage reduction, a 50% chance to turn Rage Skill into a basic attack. Yep, and with the Lurker buff as well. It's absolutely, like, there's no point why at max level you wouldn't use an Oracle, because you're getting, like, the 30% chance of it not happening, but having the 70% chance of both stands happening is magnificente. And then Craftwork, which was not the last, but one of the ones. I don't know what I just said there. Basically, a better High Priestess that can freeze. He does bleed, and then also inherits. Restores Rage as well, and only performs normal attacks. Normal attacks randomly on one target has a chance to flow bleed and increases the defense of all your heroes by 14%, which is nice. And he has, the empowerment of High Priestess. This is where the double goes. It means so you literally have, if I show it here, 2 stands on the field. If it pops off. Okay, it didn't. Does it show it popping off? Does it show it if it's empowered popping off? Okay, it doesn't look like it does. But basically, you have a High Priestess and you have a Craftwork on this thing. All doing damage. High Priestess does its great ability. It has its own great ability. And that's where we're going to end this video here. That's the tier list. Of course, you should use all the oracles. Basically, Heaven's Door, the hand, you could swap them out. I run 4 oracles just because it looks better. But once you get Soft Machine up, Lurker sort of goes into there, so you'd be using Heaven's Door or the hand, basically, is what happens in this tier list here. But if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much, and bye!